Hello everyone, Deb Floros for Jesse James Beads. The Magical Mystery Bead Box for November 2024 is Snowflakes and Stardust. And there are so many amazing beads and components in this box, but I challenged myself to use one of the mixes. I added some of my own 11O seed beads, and I decided that I really wanted to use the stars. I did use some 19 strand beading wire, by the way, and I just started stringing on the stars and some of those really fun matte cubes, which look great with those star beads. And the seed beads just add a little bit of dimension in between. And I just did a string of those. Then I picked up the chevron bead, which is one of my most favorite shapes to work with. So I'm going to add them after this pattern. And you do need to be mindful with chevron beads of which direction you want to string them on, because you may be looking to create something specific with those. So just be mindful, and also be mindful if you're trying to frame up one of those big stars that you'll need to add enough space between them. So I added 4 seed beads between the chevron and the star. And then I did 4 more seed beads and another chevron bead. And I think this is such a cool look. So I decided to do a pattern of 3 of those. So when I strung on my next pattern, I had to orient the chevron in the opposite direction. So again, just be mindful when you're working on these that you'll need to string them on in a certain way if you're looking for a specific pattern. I did 3 of those trios as my focal, and I just love how that looks. And then I continued on with my pattern of the cubes and the smaller stars to finish the bracelet out. And I really, really love this piece. I did end up having to add a couple extra stars to finish it up. I used a very simple toggle from my stash, just a really easy breezy toggle. I used a little French wire size 2 crimps and crimped on that toggle. You can add a little bit of an accent at the back, maybe a charm or something else if you like. I love how this came out. This is going to be a bracelet I'll wear throughout the holiday season, but I actually think this will go any time of year. So let's make some matching earrings. I've got some 3-inch flat end head pins, and I want to use those little table cut crystals and some chevrons again. So I love those chevrons. They're some of my favorite shapes to work with. And so we're just making a simple earring, but you'll need to be mindful again of how you put those chevrons onto your head pin. I'm doing a simple wire wrap loop up top, and then I'm going to put these on gunmetal ear wires. I think they go nicely with the color of the chevrons in these earrings. So I think that's really fun, kind of mixing up silver and gunmetal together. So that's going to be a nice set, but I didn't stop there. Here's another pair of head pins, and I'm using those barrel beads. So those gunmetal barrel beads have some rhinestones on them. So I just thought they would be fun with some of those crystal rondelles. So just a simple small earring. Maybe you could wear these with the others if you have multiple earring holes. Maybe you've got multiple piercings. So I love how those came out, also on gunmetal ear wires. Then there were the recycled glass little disc beads, and I thought they would be fun with the cubes and with some more rhinestone rondelles. Love how those came out too. Those are super fun. Okay, one more. I wanted to use the last couple of stars that I had, so I put the star on a rondelle and then that rhinestone bead. So beautiful, also on gunmetal ear wires. These are such fun earrings and such a fun bracelet, and I have so many beads left. I barely even scratched the surface of just this mix. I love everything I made here. If you want to make some fun things like this, check out the Snowflakes and Stardust Magical Mystery Bead Box at jessejamesbeads.com.